In the world of cutting-edge technology, a high-stakes game is afoot. Nations are racing to secure their place at the forefront of innovation, knowing that the winner could shape the future of the global economy and even redefine the balance of power. The stakes have never been higher and the competition is fierce. At the heart of this contest lies artificial intelligence, a game-changer with the potential to reshape industries, economies, and even global power dynamics. From automating factories to revolutionizing financial markets, AI is rapidly becoming the engine that drives progress in the 21st century. China, a nation with grand ambitions of becoming an AI superpower by 2030, recognizes the pivotal role of advanced chips in achieving this goal. The country has invested billions in research, infrastructure, and talent, determined to lead the world in AI breakthroughs and applications. These chips, often likened to the brains of AI systems, are essential for processing the massive amounts of data that fuel AI algorithms. Without them, even the most sophisticated AI models would be powerless, unable to learn, adapt, or make decisions at the speed required for real-world impact. China's pursuit of AI dominance has led to a surge in demand for these coveted chips, particularly those designed by Nvidia, a US-based tech giant renowned for its prowess in graphics processing units, the gold standard for AI applications. Chinese tech firms, startups, and research labs are all vying to get their hands on the latest hardware to power their next big breakthrough. Nvidia's latest series of chips, known as the H800 and A800, have become the holy grail for Chinese companies striving to push the boundaries of AI innovation. These chips offer unprecedented processing power, enabling breakthroughs in everything from natural language processing to autonomous vehicles and advanced robotics. However, this quest for technological supremacy has hit a roadblock, erected by none other than the United States. The growing rivalry between the two superpowers has spilled over into the tech sector, with each side seeking to protect its strategic interests. In a move aimed at curbing China's technological ascent, the US government has imposed stringent export restrictions on Nvidia's most advanced chips, barring their sale to Chinese buyers. These measures are part of a broader effort to limit China's access to critical technologies that could tip the scales in the global AI race. The US government's decision to restrict China's access to these advanced AI chips stems from concerns that such technology could be used for purposes that threaten US national security. Officials worry that the same chips powering breakthroughs in healthcare and transportation could also be harnessed for military or surveillance applications. The ability of AI to analyze vast data sets, recognize patterns, and make predictions has raised alarms within US intelligence circles, particularly regarding potential military applications. As the world watches this technological tug-of-war unfold, the outcome will shape not only the future of AI, but also the geopolitical landscape for years to come. The US government's decision to impose export restrictions on advanced AI chips, particularly those manufactured by Nvidia, sent shockwaves through the global tech industry. This move, driven by national security concerns and a desire to maintain America's technological edge, has ignited a debate about the balance between fostering innovation and safeguarding national interests. At the heart of the restrictions lies the belief that AI technology, with its ability to process vast amounts of data, learn from patterns and make predictions, could be harnessed for purposes that could undermine US security. For instance, there are concerns that AI-powered systems could be used to develop autonomous weapons, enhance surveillance capabilities, or gain an advantage in cyber warfare. The US government's export controls target Nvidia's most advanced chips, including the H800 and A800, which are specifically designed for high-performance computing and AI applications. These chips, with their exceptional processing power and speed, are highly sought after by Chinese companies and research institutions at the forefront of AI development. The restrictions, however, have not deterred determined Chinese buyers from seeking these coveted chips. A thriving gray market has emerged, fueled by a network of intermediaries and creative tactics designed to circumvent US export controls. Undeterred by U.S. export restrictions, Chinese buyers seeking Nvidia's coveted AI chips have become adept at navigating the labyrinthine world of international trade, exploiting loopholes and employing creative tactics to circumvent the restrictions. These buyers, ranging from large tech firms to smaller startups, are driven by the immense demand for advanced computing power in fields like artificial intelligence, cloud computing, and data analytics. The stakes are high and the rewards for success are even higher, fueling a relentless pursuit of these high-performance chips. This clandestine trade, fueled by a network of intermediaries and a thirst for technological advancement, has kept the supply of chips flowing into China, albeit at a premium price. Middlemen and brokers play a crucial role, connecting buyers with sources willing to take risks, and often charging significant markups for their services. The result is a shadowy marketplace where chips change hands multiple times before reaching their final destination. One common tactic involves routing shipments through third-party countries, often those located in close proximity to China, such as Taiwan, India, or other Southeast Asian nations. These countries serve as convenient waypoints, allowing traders to repackage and relabel shipments, further obscuring their origin and intended use. By using these intermediaries as transit points, traders can obscure the final destination of the chips, making it more difficult for authorities to track and intercept the shipments. Shipping documents are often altered or falsified, and cargo may be split into smaller batches to avoid drawing attention. Another method employed by these resourceful traders is to disguise the chips by integrating them into pre-assembled servers. This approach not only hides the chips but also adds value, as the servers can be put to immediate use upon arrival. By selling complete server units which house the chips alongside other components, traders can make it more challenging for customs officials to identify and seize the restricted items. Inspecting every server is a time-consuming process, and many shipments slip through undetected. This tactic is particularly effective as servers are often shipped in bulk, making it impractical to inspect every single unit. The sheer volume of electronics moving through global supply chains provides ample cover for illicit shipments. The use of shell companies and opaque financial transactions further complicates efforts to trace the flow of chips. These front companies are often registered in multiple jurisdictions, making it difficult for investigators to follow the money trail. By creating a complex web of intermediaries and financial transactions, traders can effectively mask the identities of the ultimate buyers and sellers, making it difficult to pinpoint responsibility for violating export controls. As a result, the flow of advanced chips into China continues, despite the best efforts of regulators to stem the tide. The cat-and-mouse game between regulators and those seeking to circumvent export controls has really escalated, leading to, increasingly sophisticated tactics for concealing restricted items. One such method, known as the server smokescreen, has gained notoriety for its effectiveness in obfuscating the movement of AI chips, especially those coveted by Chinese buyers. This tactic actually hinges on a pretty simple yet effective strategy, integrating restricted chips like Nvidia's H800 and A800 into pre-assembled server units. By concealing these chips within the complex circuitry and components of a server, traders can, effectively mask their presence from casual inspection. It's kind of like hiding a needle in a haystack, making it just impractical for customs officials to scrutinize every server that passes through their checkpoints. The server smokescreen is especially effective due to the sheer volume of server units shipped globally. With data centers and cloud computing facilities constantly expanding, the demand for servers has just skyrocketed, leading to a constant flow of these units across borders. This high volume of legitimate trade provides plenty of cover for those looking to smuggle restricted chips. On top of that, the complexity of server systems actually plays to the advantage of those employing the smokescreen tactic. Identifying a specific chip within a server requires specialized knowledge and equipment, making it honestly pretty time-consuming and resource-intensive for customs officials to conduct thorough inspections. The insatiable demand for Nvidia's advanced AI chips in China, combined with the challenges of getting around U.S. export restrictions, has created a seller's market where prices have just skyrocketed. These chips, which are at the heart of cutting-edge artificial intelligence systems, have become almost as valuable as gold in the Chinese tech sector. The restrictions have not only made them scarce, but have also added a sense of urgency and competition among buyers, all scrambling to secure whatever limited supply is available. Driven by the need to stay ahead in the global AI race, Chinese companies and research institutions are, well, willing to pay exorbitant markups to acquire these coveted chips, fueling a pretty lucrative gray market. Middlemen and resellers have stepped in, often acting as brokers between desperate buyers and elusive suppliers, and the deals are sometimes sealed in secretive, high-stakes negotiations. The result? A thriving underground economy where the chips change hands for far more than their official retail price. The scarcity of these chips, which is kind of artificially created by the export restrictions, has led to a significant price inflation. Shelves that once held rows of GPUs now sit empty, and data centers are left waiting for critical upgrades. The sense of shortage is palpable, and it's affecting not just big corporations but also startups and academic labs that rely on these chips for research and innovation. Reports suggest that Nvidia's H800 chips, already a pricey commodity, are now being sold in China for double or even triple their original price. In some cases, the markups are even higher, especially for bulk orders or for buyers who need immediate delivery. This has made the chips a status symbol of sorts, with only the most well-funded organizations able to afford them. This price surge really underscores the desperation of Chinese buyers to secure these chips, which are seen as essential for advancing their AI capabilities. For many, missing out on these chips could mean falling behind in the race to develop smarter algorithms, more powerful data centers, and next-generation AI products. The stakes are incredibly high, and the pressure is mounting. The willingness of Chinese buyers to pay such inflated prices highlights the strategic importance they place on AI development. For tech leaders and policymakers alike, AI is not just a technological priority, but a matter of national competitiveness and security. The investments being made now are seen as crucial for shaping the future of China's digital economy. China recognizes that AI has the potential to revolutionize all sorts of sectors, from healthcare and finance to manufacturing and defense. The technology is already being used to streamline factory operations, improve medical diagnostics, and even enhance national security. The hope is that, with enough investment and access to the best hardware, China can leapfrog ahead in these critical areas. By investing heavily in AI, China aims to gain a competitive edge in the global economy and, bolster its geopolitical standing. The government has made AI a top priority, pouring resources into research, education, and infrastructure, all in the hope of becoming a world leader in this transformative field. This price inflation also reflects the limited options available to Chinese buyers. With so few alternatives, many are left frustrated and anxious, constantly searching for new sources or hoping for a break in the supply chain bottleneck. While domestic chip makers are definitely striving to catch up with their foreign counterparts, there is still a pretty significant performance gap. Chinese companies are investing billions in R&D, but the most advanced chips remain out of reach for now, making the reliance on foreign technology even more pronounced. This technological disparity leaves Chinese buyers with little choice but to rely on foreign suppliers, even if it means paying, those exorbitant prices. Until domestic innovation can close the gap, the scramble for Nvidia's AI chips and the sky-high prices are likely to continue shaping China's tech landscape.